Hey everybody, making a video today. I'm going to show off an AoA deck called Guide 1 Nepphorus. I'll talk about it as I'm playing, but hopefully I can hop into a game right now. And I'll just ask if it's okay to record. Okay, so Dinobot's streaming. So I got a video of this game, so to see, we'll see. We can see both hands, I guess. Good luck, have fun. That's interesting. Okay, so we're playing against Ronder, the Citizen Lieutenant. Double Hellsman Spears with triple Molina. Amber Tracker is kind of irrelevant for me. City-state interest with all these creatures can be really bad. Luckily, there's not a huge amount of warding that I can see so far. Nature's Call is bad. Unnatural, but otherwise it actually doesn't have that much C. Red Alert, but that shouldn't be an issue. Double Ghost Hawk with that board is really kind of fascinating. Yeah, let's see how we do here. I'll keep that just because I only have 2 houses to open. Um, I have first turn here. Maybe I just play Song of Spring for a pip. First turn. I could potentially just play Merkins and get 2 cards. But I don't think it'll affect the game state that much. I guess my big worry is that he plays like a ton of creatures turn 1. But he mulligans, so he's talking about a 5-card hand. So very, very worst case scenario, he plays an entire Star Alliance line, which would have been bad for me anyway. Here's Star Alliance, Kerker, Molina. Okay. I was certain that it was gonna happen, just as feared here. I'm not gonna hold stuff that feels probably like a bad idea. I am going to. I'll play Merkins now. Top of deck to take 1 Molina. That could be a lot worse. That could be a lot worse. Get the Yangtze Gang under there. Do I hold a Ronnie? It's very unlikely I'll get to play Shadows again, but I like stealing Amber. Actually, it might be smart to play Shadows, pulling this 1 artifact. I think it's good early game to keep hands moving. Pose Pixies can be real pain to people. But I think, Reap for 3. Might get a Nature's Call, put some of the stuff back. Or like Unnatural. Unnatural wouldn't be the worst. You could also have one of those Ghost Hawks. Mustic Murmur raises cost to 7, deals 4 damage to one of my creatures, goes to Yangtze Gang. Nature's Call. Interesting to do the damage to Yangtze and then play Nature's Call. Maybe he's going to flip up the Murmuk and the Spears. Because he doesn't want to put the Ronnie or the Merkins back in my hand. Yeah, so he's going to return the Yangtze Gang. So he could have killed. I guess he can kill anything he wants now. Probably kill the. Why not kill the Molina? I'm confused. Rustnar. Why not kill the Melina? This violates every rule of hand shaping and everything that this deck wants to do, but I'm going to try to stick this Dusk Witch. Now I can go Shadows again, I suppose, set up the artifacts, but it's worth a go. Obviously he has things that he can fight it down with, but keep him busy with an elusive that has 3 hazardous. Untamed. Unnatural. I was afraid of that unnatural. I thought about not playing the pose because of it, but I was also like, he's got 23 cards in the deck, like, let me try to play some Keyforge. Also, Pose Pixies is kind of valuable, but this is not working out great for me so far here. Yeah, the one weakness of Guide 1, this deck that I have, is it's kind of weak to just, like, big creatures. If it's, you know. This could be worse, though. Capture 1 with Skeleton Key. I can play Long Fuse Mines. And then I can also... All my bad plays being double recorded, he says. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad. We'll forgive you. Got a nice Logos turn here coming up, which will be cool. Get some stuff archived. Probably go top of deck for archive. Yeah, because I'm not going to be able to get to Key Charge. So Key Charge will have to happen on the deck cycle. Lab work. And City-State Interest. Not ideal, but this could be worse. It could be a much larger line. Also, the City-State is a mistake, right? Because of the Pose Pixies. Sorry, I was just reading the card as it normally goes. But yeah, no, I have Pose Pixies out, so all he did was exalt his whole line, basically. Which, I gotta say, is a plus point of this deck, generally speaking. People really are, like, Pose Pixies is rare enough where people mess up. We're gonna go off the top of deck for both of these. We get a Titan Librarian, which is not really what I want to archive, but we'll go off the top of deck again. Sucker Punch could be worse, I guess. I'm gonna have one of each house now in the archives, unless I hold lab work. I'm just gonna archive Nox. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is not bad. This is not bad at all. I have some playable stuff here. You can do some really neat tricks with Bouncing Death Quark and Phyla and Helperbot. Let me see if I can think of the coolest way to do this. But hopefully no massively messed up play here. Maybe give me some Amber to knock off of those dudes. By the way, let me know in the comments if you are watching, if you know, enjoy having the video on the side as well. This is the best way I figured out how to do it without, using like streaming software for, doing these kind of basic recordings. charger. Ta-da. Cool. Saurian. Be interesting to see what he goes for here. If he uses the Draco Praco ability. Maybe enrage all of my logos. No? Fights, ZYX Researcher. Cool. Interesting. Because, like, if anything, I want to cycle those. Maybe he's trying to set something else up that I'm not seeing. Regrettable Meteor. Plays again. Thero. Captures one. Thero. Okay. Do I take archives here? I have much better cards in deck than an archive here. So I think I don't take archives. So I can do some really interesting stuff here. There's a lot of options. That's why I love this deck. There's so many things I can do with this hand right now. No, I don't want to take this archive. I kind of want to set up my Titan Librarian though. But alas, no. So let's draw off of the Phyla and see what we get with the Helper Bot. Okay, so then we have Cutthroat. This is really good news because I can kill this Molina and resolve the Cutthroat. We reap for one here. And then I'm going to Bouncing Death Quark. Kill you. Unfortunately, I actually kind of wish that he had more creatures because it would help me resolve some more abilities here. And then we kill this. No regrowth. So I want to kill this to cycle. Next I play Cutthroat to steal. I can then play Flaxia to resolve a draw and 2 Amber for Flaxia. Unfortunately, no draw into anything fancier here. It was unlikely I was going to hit Logos, but if I did, it would have been cool. But we do check a key here. And we've got multiple kind of good threats. Nepenthe Seed, Reap, they're everywhere, Nipple Grounds, keep the Full Moon in hand, because I'll probably draw into Nature's Call. I could also just set up the Key Charge. Turn 6, I love how bursty this deck can be. I'm really happy I get to show this deck. Okay, we have a Strix. Strix is exalted. I can fight with Flaxia and play Nox, so I kind of want my archive actually. It's not like ideal, but I like having Strix not alive. I also get a draw off of the Nox, which is nice. Yeah, not super relevant, but we do get to kill the Strix. is check third key. Yeah, I think I keep the full moon because like I'm gonna have to play the other house. Yeah, so that'll be check for third key. Can I try again? Sure. Yeah, so that might be game here. Have a nice rematch. Sure. So that was a good showing for Guide 1. Didn't really show off some of its more, let's say, like unethical kind of elements of the deck, where it archives all of the Untamed and then just does 2 keys. Yeah, so easy content here. Sometimes some of the worst things about making a video are just, you know, nobody shows up for the game, you know, or something, you know, when normally it's like it's so easy to get a game on TCO, and then the one night where you can't get anybody to show up. So we're definitely going shadows here. We archive the full moon. Yeah, I mean, his deck can definitely do things that bother mine. Like, that was a little lopsided, but I think his deck can be very evil. Particularly with a first turn spears in this kind of particular setup. Cool. Spiral is not what I want to see first turn, but it's better than a Spears, so count your blessings. We have Skeleton Key. Dust Chronicles is going to archive a card because I have more Amber. We put away Full Moon for later. And also we have another nice Shadows. We have like a playable Shadows hand to archive another card. Probably archive Song of Spring. Spears is not what I want to see. I can't change it though. So we can go Merkins for top of deck. And we pull a Ghost Hawk. That could be worse. Hidden Stash to archive Song of Spring. And nothing I can do. Kind of not the best situation here. The good thing for me is the way he set up the board. If he taunts either, like if a creature is taunted, then I'll be able to kill it with a Long Fused. And if a creature is not taunted, then I can fight it. So the spears used in the Saurian house with the Golden Spiral. Not totally ideal. Spears. Deciding how many cards to get rid of. Probably has some spice then. It's like, oh, like I don't want to get rid of. Discards 3 cards, draws 3. That's a discard of Flaxia and Rustnar. City-State Interest used to capture 2. Chant to remove 1 from Hellsman Spears. What am I missing here? Yeah, discards Lay of the Land as well. Dilophosaurus. Okay, so Song of Spring and Full Moon. Not going to help me a ton. So I can just play my Untamed out. And unfortunately, some of this can get away from me. I can, with 2+ power counters, kill spears though, to prevent some of the absolutely horrible bad stuff. We toss the Key Charge probably. Yeah, I mean I'm at 0 Amber. What I really need is like bouncing Death Quark and stuff. Key Charge is the top card of my discard though, so if he doesn't kill any of my creatures, I can scoop it up with the ZYX Researcher. Of course, the Unnatural Selection. I thought about it again. I'm like, do I really want to play 3 creatures? Because he can unnatural. But I wanted to not give him the Ghost Hawk back in his deck, if possible. Ghost Hawk triggers Dilophosaurus. This is not good for me. I wonder what he archived. Is there something like so good that it might be worth just like using my Depend Seed for Merkins? Could be the Red Alert. That's not going to be enough here though. Could be a Regrettable Meteor. That would be good. Like if I knew it was a Regrettable Meteor, that would probably be worth doing it. Let's be patient though. What we can do, I think it's worth using the Long Fused here. Long Fused Mines is so good. Like just kind of, you know, not like high value targets, but it just, you know, sometimes keeps you from just getting reaped out. Oh, I could play Merkins, and I could have whatever the mystery card is. Could be pretty spicy. Oh, I could have used Skeleton Key instead of playing Miasma. That's sad. But we're kind of early enough where it might be better to move the card anyway. I can do 2 damage, or I can just reap. Let's reap, because I want to keep stuff for my bouncing Death Quark. Thank God. I've never been happier to see a bouncing Death Quark in my entire life. Please pile Ember on the Saurians. Hey, Auto Legionary. Customs office coming up big. I will gladly allow you to pay 1 Amber to play Auto Legionary. Exalt the Strix. Exalt the Strix. Do it. You want to exalt the Strix. Yeah. Use Spiral and Strix. Dilophosaurus going off this many turns can just be a loss sometimes, unfortunately, though. So that could be... I hope I don't... Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially looking at my hand, I actually do think that playing that Miasma was correct. So I was going to beat myself up on it a little bit, but frankly, I'm way better off having played it. So I think I'm going to kill the entire board He's almost certainly archived Red Alert. Oh, never mind. Red Alert's gone? Huh. Nature's Call, maybe. Nature's Call has to be in there. You definitely archive some creature control. In which case, I have to consider playing this Dust Switch or not. Archives are Full Moon and Song of Spring, so we don't do that yet. We play Phyla. Let's play Helper Bot and draw a card. One, two, three, four, five, six. I could kill 3 and then it's better to have everything dead, I think. Even at the expense of losing my Phyla. Maybe I could leave the Murmook and then have Phyla. Archive the top card of my deck. ZYX, archive ZYX. Not what we were hoping for. Okay, now we play Bouncing Death Cork. This was so... like, it's kind of late, but at least I got it, you know? Repeat the effect. This. How much do I care about Jarda? Is it worth giving him an Amber to kill it? Also opens up a draw slot. Yeah, I think it is, honestly. Do I want everything dead? No, I think the cost of it. Is there anything? So I have Helper Bot. So I can play anything in the discards right now. But I think just playing Dusk Witch for now is the ticket. Nature's Call being a bit buried here is a little sad. That's a big turn though. Like I super needed that board swing, so not going to complain too much. We also have Full Moon and Flaxia, which actually it might... I mean, well, if the Dusk Witch lives, then I can do Sutterkin on turn, so I think that that's probably the way to do it. Because I'm very likely to draw into some logos. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, with 3 in Untamed. Well, not crazy likely, but it's... If I don't draw into logos, I'll draw like Untamed, and then have maybe the Nature's Call next turn. This is all assuming that a Dusk Witch lives, which it almost never does. But I don't think there's too many options in... Yeah, there's not that many options here. Oh boy. Okay, so... I think we bring in a Sutterkin, draw a card. Bring in a Sutterkin ready, draw a card. Reap to draw 2 cards. Bouncing Death Quark, very good. Funny enough, I can bring back Sutterkin and actually do it again. Like, I can, like, BDQ and then Nepenthe seed it. I don't think that that's wise here, though. Lab work will let me put away Flaxia. BDQ can kill 2 creatures. Well, I mean, I can technically kill 3. Maybe it's worth doing that. Just to kill 3. Spears definitely needs to die. Spears. Sutterkin can die. I'm kind of okay with them going into Star Alliance. Repeat the effects. Maybe like killing a Taunter seems pretty good. I think I leave the Dusk Witch and make him kill it. Nature's Call makes for a very happy turn. Probably play Shadows next turn and just kind of prep things, because, I mean, unless he does some crazy Amber Burst. Song of the Wilds. Could be a crazy Amber Burst. Well, I mean, still the Shadows would be good, though, because I can steal Nature's Call. To return Murmook to kill Dusk Witch. Makes sense. If he has... Oh, man, it would have been such a sweet play if he had a Ghost Hawk. Discards Kangafant. So, you know, real patient here. Don't take the archives. We play Sucker Punch to deal 2 here. Ronnie to steal 1. And we can just capture 1 here. And if I get a key, I can probably just like pop off for... Oh, I can just pop off for a high check or the key. You know, it's kind of 6 of 1. Special Delivery is down now too, which will complement the They're Everywhere. So that I can potentially resolve the Flaxia. I would love to have more creatures in the Untamed, but I'm running out of ways to like make that effective right now. Okay, first Officer Frayne. Put it there. Come on. I could bring back Nature's Call. That'd be interesting. Or I have kind of multiple things I can do here, but let's take the archives and let's actually, like, you know, play some KeyForge. So we can use They're Everywhere to do that. And then Special Delivery with First Officer Frayne, probably. Full Moon. What if I use the Nature's Call as an offensive weapon and then play my dudes? But I only need to bring back 2 of theirs, so I can be like Nox. Play Nox for 1 Amber. Play Flaxia. And then put 2 of theirs back as I resolve Flaxia the 2nd time. Song of Spring. Don't think I need. It'd be kind of cool to have the pose, but done. Used in the 10th seed. You know, is Nature's Call better than Key Charge here? 8. Oh, man, Nature's Call might be. I don't know. Kind of like Nature's Call. How's this dealing with big amber bursts? Yeah, you know what? I like bursting even more here. Give you 1 spears here. Kind of just like go to a ridiculous amount of amber. And I always have the chance of like drawing the key charge, but like this rush is too much to deny. There's definitely an argument for taking the key charge. Oh, okay, yeah, Arg I haven't defeated. So, whew. I mean, I didn't see a way in their deck to punish me, but you never know. Sometimes people will pull some stuff out of their deck, and you're like, where did that come from, you know? Melina, Can. Plantains. Okay. Good game, well played. Cool. So I mean that was you know, guide 1. Maybe try to give it one more game here. Let's see if we can get a game real quick. Okay. Competitive. Play one more to see it against something else. That Ember Burst is just too fun. You can see like let me talk about the deck as this is going. So cool thing about Guide 1. So I mean, as you saw, it has a double bouncing Death Quark, but really the gist of the deck is the Logos has so many archiving pieces. So it has a Titan Librarian. It's got double ZYX Researcher, so you can archive from the hand, you can archive from the discard, you can archive from the top of the deck. You can also archive or play cards on turn with Jargoggle, which synergizes well. All of these synergize well with the Bouncing Death Quarks interacting with the Phyla Helper Bot, and Jargoggle essentially becomes a second Helper Bot in this deck, you know, because you're going to be able to pop it most of the time. You can also use Nature's Call under Jargoggle, which is really sweet, because you can actually trigger, like if you have like both BDQs, or like you plan to use Nepenthe Seed or whatever, you can actually put the Jargoggle back to hand when it's already tagged for destruction, which is kind of nice. But anyway, Logos does that archiving, and then the Shadows actually archives as well with the Dusk Chronicles and the Hidden Stash, so you can put away those both archive from the hand, so you can put away all of that Untamed. Really, you're just looking to archive the whole Untamed and pop off for 2 keys normally, you know, in a perfect combo situation. Nepenthe Seed is always going to help you out there too. So you're pulling from your archives, you're pulling from your discards. It's just, I mean, you saw what it did in the last game, but it's just really fun, and you always have more options. There's always kind of more ways to play this deck, which makes me think maybe it'd be great in like a best of 3 adaptive situation. The only anti-synergy with the Untamed, it still can pop off for enough Amber, but like, you know, having a Bumblebird and a Dusk Witch gives you an Alpha and an Omega, which means really you have Flaxia, Nox, and Pose Pixies. for your untamed creature lineup that you can play to repeat, like with the full moon and the key charge. The cool thing though is that the full moon and Nature's Call, it's 3 creatures, so you're putting 3 down, popping 3 to your hand. And then the Shadows, which we'll talk about a little bit, is going to give you some, utility kind of creature control, so that Long Fused Minds becomes very kind of overpowered in certain contexts, in combination with the ping damage of the Sucker Punch and the ping damage of They're Everywhere. Like it's kind of a very effective deck in that way. I'm going to keep this just because it isn't horrible. I can also play the Dusk Witch in Logos to move 4 cards in 1 turn, which is always very nice. You look at what I'm actually playing against, though. That would be cool. 2 Hands of Dis, triple Mind Barb, which is not ideal, with an Ember Imp. Maybe first turn's Ember Imp. That would be great for me. We have Double Mother with an Interdimensional Graft. Got to watch out for that. Library Access, but not a great LA turn. I mean, it still pops you off for some cards, but probably isn't going to do anything totally insane, because there's no, there's a Wild Wormhole, but there's no like phase shifts. There's, I guess you could get lucky Wild Wormhole into a Battle Fleet, but we're getting to kind of a ridiculous point at that with luck. But the Mars here is the real problem. We got Battle Fleet with Double Squawker and a Commupod with John Smith. So all of those things together are going to be massive problems, but we're going to present our own problem here. We are going to put Dusk Witch under Jar Goggle. We play Cutthroat first, because this will be an Omega. We play Bouncing Death Quark, and then immediately play Dusk Witch, and that'll be turn. Do you have a way to kill it? Bouncing Death Quark of his own. Man, that's the only answer. That was the only answer in the whole deck, I think. Oh, yeah, it's Gateway. Oh, that's so sad, though. There's like so many opportunities for him to not have an answer to that. Long Fused can be pretty valuable in this matchup to take care of that Mars. Also, They're Everywhere. I kind of don't want to lose They're Everywhere. Got Sucker Punch for the John Smith. I want to be sure to have an answer to the Mars. Deep Probe to discard all Logos, which is going to get rid of Professor Sutterkin, which actually kind of helps me. Yeah, Sutterkin's a valuable card, but it's not what I actually was trying to do here. Play a Full Moon. We'll play Flaxia to pop off for a handful of Amber and check. We'll check at 7, which is a nice speedy check. Got Sucker Punch if something bad happens. Now we have BDQ, which is even better. I can archive Flaxia off of this turn, which could be very good, depending on how many creatures get played. There's an argument for taking the Shadows turn, depending on what comes out. There's no like house disruption or anything though. If I can get Sucker Punch Archive, that could be kind of nice to like always have that against the Ember Imp. Mind Barb to discard Philo the Researcher, that's brutal. Red Hot Armor for an Amber. Forgot to take his archives. Okay, fine. No problem. I think I do play BDQ here. Make his key cost 1 more. I don't love that turn. But it just is what it is. Go from the top of the deck, get a Merkins. That's kind of cool because I can archive the Sucker Punch with this lab work. There's an argument for holding this. Because I could be in a situation where I can't kill stuff pretty easily. I don't like this at all. We only have 1, 2, 3, 4 logos cards left. I think I move it. Like I can press Amber. I can also keep their board kind of stagnant. Keep Flaxia on board to potentially Nature's Call it. Hopefully I can just take a... well, I mean, a Shadow's turn could just be good in general, because I'm going to play 5 cards. Interdimensional Graft, of course. Of course. I wasn't even worrying about it yet, because he's at 20 cards left in deck, but sure. That's not what I want to see. Use Wonku's Minds. It's kind of crazy, but we'll take Shadows. Sucker Punch, sure. Again, I hate to lose those cards, but I kind of just play it. I had to play them. Is he clever enough to... There's a chance of hitting the Gateway. He very easily could have archived the Gateway, which would be a logical card to archive, so... Oh, I get Mind Barb to discard Ember Imp. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. Whew. We also have special delivery now to deal with impy stuff. Mother, 1 turn, 1 card Mother. Not the Untamed turn of my dreams here, but I like popping off for a few Amber here. I can also play Merkins again, which is... Do I want to do that? I'm a Merkins fan. I am a Merkins fan. Gotta love you a good Merkins. Luckily, I have Nepenthe Seed. We've baited out the remote access. Squawker to ready John Smith to use Silux Dominator. Can I do anything super clever here? Might just be smart to just play my Shadows. Because I'm very likely to either get Key Charge or Miasma. I could also play Logos and Helperbot into Dust Chronicles while also doing BDQ, but then I lose my Nepenthe Seed. I think I like Shadows here. It's a very sensitive moment in the game. Let's Dust Chronicles to draw a card. There's Key Charge, which we can put away to archive a card. Here. Special Delivery. Oops, there we go. Special Delivery can purge the John Smith. Well, it can't purge it, I guess. Interesting. Yeah, oh yeah, it goes to archives instead because of the upgrade. Interesting. Always easy to mess up rulings. Okay, I'm gonna go top of deck and take Commupod. Wow. That's really good. That's really good. Do I have Ronnie in discards? That would be worth my Nepenthe Seed, but I don't. I could Nepenthe Seed my Dusk Chronicles to draw a card. That's probably a waste, considering that I have Key Charge now. It would probably be Impatient. Remote access, they're nowhere near cycling. Because I can just, yeah. Like, I can just bring back my Nature's Call if he doesn't kill Flaxia and then immediately win. Spectral Tunneler off of Wild Wormhole. Play his mother. Caribbean's win the game. Okay, yeah, so he missed Customs Office, I think. Or knew that he didn't have an out. So Customs Office made him pay one. Oh, he did it off of the Wild Wormhole, so he didn't have an option. Wow, Customs Office MVP. If that was the turn, though, I was gonna Key Charge anyway. But anyway, yeah. So there's 3 games featuring Guide 1. I never got to do the full 2-key combo, so it really can forge 2 keys in a turn to win. But it just didn't happen to line up. I was against some kind of disruptive stuff, especially this with the triple Mind Barb, so I couldn't hold on to things the way that I wanted. The other deck was basically, if I killed the board, I won. If the board hung around, I lose. So here's the thing that we just played against. So power level 4, 13-2 record. Really crazy deck, apparently. Owned by Super Flash. Don't know who Super Flash is. That was Takedo, who I've played against a lot. Maybe he goes by multiple names. But anyway, we've got triple Mind Barb, which is really cool. Double Hand of Dis. Hand of Dis is kind of underrated. It wasn't super relevant in our matchup because I had a small line the whole time, but I've noticed it's really good against Mass Mutation, just with those boards. No Pip is a little brutal, but destruction of straight up, any creature not on a flank is really nice. Ember Imp is, always a good card. Stealer of Souls. Stealer of Souls is one of the most underrated cards in Coda, in my opinion. It is like Infernus good in the right deck to just get rid of creatures. It can really be a total game changer, and it gains Amber as it's purging. I mean, that's really, really good, especially if you have it firing up with some Brobnar that can like ready them or use them out of turn. Sanctum can use it out of turn too. It could be really nice. Graft is always a nice card to see. Library access, of course. We didn't see a big LA in our game. Double Mother can set up your big Mars plays with the Commupod, which we stole off of Merkins, which Merkins MVP. Merkins is so amazing. John Smith with that Commupod double Squawker. I can see how this deck can go off like completely. It does only have 13 creatures though, so that that Mars, your ability to stack your hands. You do have double lab work though. So you have ways to like make it happen, but you are only looking at 13 creatures, and in the Mars you would only have 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. That's not bad. Deep Probe is a really high value card. It's really interesting to me though. I wonder, like, I would love to have seen the event where this went 13-2, and the kind of like meta that it was encountering, because I think that it's very strong, but I wouldn't have expected such a kind of absolutely stellar performance due to the low Amber control, right? It's got a Grabber Jammer, a Charette, a Graft, and 1 Schuler. Especially, like, if it's early Coda, you would think that, like, Rush decks would punish it. And if it's later, I mean, you would think definitely, like, Mass Mutation Rush would punish it. It's got a Gateway of BDQ and then Hands of Dis. So like the C is alright. Yeah, it's really interesting. Looking at the spider chart here, I mean, it is fast. It does produce amber. You know, you can't complain when your deck is fast and produces amber. You can just have a good day as well. I do think the Mars, we didn't get to see the Mars do the thing, but the Mars Commupad double Squawker, you're going to like rule of 6 everything, which can just get so messed up. But anyway, yeah, so those were 3 games from Guide 1. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I'll catch you next time. I want to actually start recording more, making more videos, and I want to begin doing the Karen Plays Your Deck series where people submit decks for me to play, and then I, play their stuff. I want to use that to kind of prioritize patrons on Patreon. So we'll keep that going in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.